Okay. So, where we left off... let me turn this down a little bit for me. Let me adjust you guys' audio just a bit. Bump it down just a little bit. There. Where we left off, we had figured out that there was basically one area we had not accessed yet. We had hit the false finish, and I was like, oh, that's a weird way to end this. It was not the ending. But we realized basically we have like 3 doors. We need a key for this door, right? We need a keypad, which is one of the, I think it's like a birthday or something. We have the note for that. We have this moon's mural, which we don't know what that's going to give us. And then we have, there's this door here to the apartments that we need to go through. That probably connects to this door. So, and then we have this one, which is apartment 0512. So those are basically the areas we have left. So we got to make our way over to the alley. So we'll go this way, up into the alley, go up some stairs into the apartment, explore this area, get whatever keys and stuff we need, and then continue on. I do think we're pretty darn close to the end if I had to take a guess. So let's get to it. Again, if we get this done within like the next, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, which I don't know if it'll be that short, but we'll jump over to some Shadows of Doubt to okay. So we need to go... Oh. I think we need to go up. Yeah. Oh. I did not want to go out there. Can't see. I'm gonna die here. This is why we didn't do this room, by the way. It's because it was really awful. Yeah, we just died. It's really awful because you can't see. The reason why we died there's 2 monsters at the bottom of the screen that we just cannot see, right? And those guys will keep doing the signal until you shoot the right one, right? So, unfortunately, I think we're probably going to die a few times here. I tried to... The problem is whenever someone's too close, instead of shooting them, she pushes them back so that she can shoot them. But the problem is when we push them back, the other one steps forward, so we push them back so they step forward, and we push them back so they step forward, right? Like, and we're just getting in this cycle of pushing people around, essentially. Which is not what we want. Let's grab these. And that. Basically, we just need to clear the room. That's our goal right now. So we're gonna take a whole bunch of weapons, explore, because once we kill the radio static ball guys, they basically stay dead. Reload. Reload. Alright, so let's equip this. There will be one more that comes out of the floor, but the floor people are fine. Okay, so we need to go in here. I did not want to go. And this is the problem too. In order to step on them, you have to push F. There we go. Yeah. So in order to kill them, you have to push F. And that's also the leave the room button. So yeah, this room was rough. Reunification at any costs. Artillery. Okay. There's a healing thing. We might as well take it. Go ahead and use it. Turning the flashlight on was very helpful, actually, so. Okay. So we are going to switch to this and this. Okay. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay. As I expected, there are a lot of doors here, most of which are unopenable. Okay, so we have 2 openable doors, and we have whatever that is. Hold on. So this goes down a floor to where? The disinfection room is what I'm guessing. Okay, that's fine. Is this a flare? Okay, we'll definitely take the flare, because there is a U. No. Is it you? Guess it was you. Yeah. I want to make sure the shield ones don't come back. The little knife ones are pretty easy to dodge. We can, like, bait them into a direction. Okay. Ammo. L-Star. Okay. So that's... Periodola. Interesting. Okay. A plant. A note. Okay. No other technology has shaped our nation as bioresonance has. Who would have ever been able to free ourselves from the stranglehold of the Empire without the support of replicas? Essential technologies like climaforming and induced gravity would be impossible with bioresonance technology. Despite that, it feels like we've made little effort to really understand or replicate bioresonant effects with conventional technology. Our progress in the development of electronics and microprocessors has stagnated for nearly a century now, as we focus solely on new ways to instrumentalize this barely understood phenomenon. Take replica production, for example. The process of duplicating a neural pattern from a Gestalt host to a replica brain is still not fully understood. How does synchronicity happen? Why is the duplicate imperfect? What happens to pre-existing patterns in the receiving brain? Recreating a replica purely with microprocessors and digital programming may be far out of reach, but I believe that we've become overly dependent on a poorly understood technology controlled solely by a few gifted individuals. It may not be long before we are back where we were under the Empire. Okay. So what do we have letter-wise? Okay, RESLTA. Hold on. There's... Can we do ARAR? No. We have different models. There's a Euler. Okay. There's minor. We have an M. Okay, there's no M. There's Adler. Doesn't look like we can do Adler. Tried ARAR already. Tried Euler. There's STCR. Okay. I don't know if we know this puzzle yet. I think we're missing a bit of information. Periodola. Butterflies, that's fine. I have no more inventory space anyways. We'll have to see where this goes, the garbage chute, after we go in here. Okay, we've got, looks like shotgun rounds, repair patches. Ah, red diskette. Okay. So we know where all that's at. We need to clear out our inventory. Let's do this. Okay, let's go down here. Where does this take us? Garbage. Oh, I see. Okay. Where is the nearest storage? I keep forgetting that you have to do this. Okay. Oh, we're back on this floor. Okay, never mind. I know where we are. So we need to go this way. We just have to clean out our inventory a little bit. This way. Here. Okay. Alright, so we don't need that anymore. Doesn't look like we have any more flares, so that's fine. We have grenades that still work with that, but we're gonna save those for later. We also have this rifle that has... we have 12 shells of that. Okay, let's go ahead and grab those. Patient key. Oh! This is the room 0512 key. Okay, so we already had that. I was wondering, I was like, wait. Okay, so let's save. So we can go into 0512. Gotta remember where that door is. I think it's above us again. Yeah, it's right above us from the ladder room. Good. That'll be pretty easy to get to. And then we get the red disc that will go into that computer, which will probably give us a whole series of things. But let's go do we want to do up here. It's this way, I think, for the ladder room. Yes. Ladder, and then the door should be the first on our left. There we go. Okay. So we have... oh, this is where the cards go. Okay, so we need 6 cards. I don't remember which ones we have. Dream Diary. I dreamt of an imperial farmer I embrace my lover. In the red. Okay, so this is telling us where it's at. Worker in the mines of laying the shapeless mass of flesh, my flesh joining the flesh of many others until only my bones remain. My mind joined the collective of flesh, which persists beyond death. As a storm raged in the sky, I fell from a ruined skyscraper on Ventia, or I want to say it's Phoenicia, but it doesn't have the I-A at the end, so it's like Vinta, or Vinta, maybe? Vinta. That makes sense, because that kind of has like a German sound to it, and there has definitely been some German words in this game. But I never reached the ocean below, kept falling, and suddenly lightning struck the building. I woke up. I was floating in the sunless sea below the ice of a rot front, when I saw a large creature move in the darkness below me in the moon's dark core. I saw an eye burning in the sky above the clouds of Bouillon. Okay, so that's gonna give us that puzzle. So before we step out of here, is there anything else we can do on this floor? Dentist room is what that's called. Okay. We could make the long run back, but I think it's just safer to go this way. Since we already cleared this way, it's just safer for us to go this way. Do we have any flares? Because I would like to clear that hallway of the creatures that we have there. So let's see. We do. So let's take 3 of the flares and the revolver. We're going to clear that hallway because I don't want to basically have the chance that we're going to constantly get hit every time we go up there to take a card, because we have to take 6 cards and we only have 6 spaces, which means that even if we'd have to empty out our entire inventory just to bring all the cards, right? So what I want to do is basically this. I want to use set you on fire and use to set you on fire. Are there any more people? No, we did take some damage from that, but that's fine. Okay, perfect. So now we don't have anybody that's going to mess us up on our way to get to the cards. Okay, how many cards do we have? Go ahead, and we don't have any more ammo for that. We do have more ammo for that. Let's go ahead and take some of that out. Let's put the flare away. Okay, we only need 2 of those. Do we have any more revolver? No. We do. We need 2 of those. Okay. And then let's take a repair spray. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. We have 4 cards, so that means there's probably one in the safe. Probably one in the safe. Let's see. There's one in this general area, which is probably what we're going to get off the red disc. We need to go get the red disc. So let's go grab the stuff there, because there's also repair patches in there. We can use those to heal. There's like repair patches, ammo, and then the disc. And the disc is important, so we'll go get the disc. Because I'm sure the disc is going to give us... of course, you guys get back up. I should have brought another flare. That's fine. So we go up here. Go here. I don't want to take that stun baton because that's going to limit our inventory. Okay. So we want to go in here. Yeah. We want to grab this. We want to grab those. And we want to grab these. Let's go ahead and use a repair patch. We don't know how to solve that puzzle yet. Let's just take the garbage chute back down. It's just a shortcut. It's just a nice shortcut back down, because then we could just run straight to the thing. Okay, cool. We are back in the blue. Okay, so we need to go here. This first room. Okay, now we can put the red disc in here. Yes. Metabank. Okay. All right, I think we need these. Date of birth 14S52P. And they're born at the same time. We needed theirs. That's important. Interesting. This is the name that keeps switching between this and Alina. World of birth Lang. Maybe that's important. There's also Rot C. Insomnia, bruising, premature, acro. Okay. Okay, that looks like a little bit like Adler, albeit young. Don't know who that is. That looks like Iso? Is that her name? Isa? Okay, so 1452. What was the thing we needed their birthday for? There was like a safe or something, yeah? Okay, this is the stuff we found on the ship. All safe, no. Oh, this is what it was. It was in the email. Locksmith said it will take at least a period until the replacement. My niece currently has only the key, but she's still at the hospital right now. Oh. Check out the last name. Interesting. Okay, be careful. There are rumors the Imperial spy is active. Seasonal review. Here we go. Bookstore keys. I understand that you need entries to the bookstore for your patrol, but we do not have a spare key for the front door. You can use the back door entrance to get into the store. It's secured with a keypad. It is the code of my birthday's daughter. Note, they were born on Venta. Check the last 6 digits of their PKZ numbers. Okay, so that's what we needed. It's the last 6 digits of their PKZ. Okay. Is that the same? It is. Okay, 560524. 560524. 560524. That's on this floor, right? It is. 560524. Oh, you finally decided to get up, huh? 560524. 560524. Did I miss it? Wait. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. 560524. 560524. Okay. 560524. Go. Perfect. Okay. Probably gonna be people in here. Alright, here's another book. Oh, interesting. Song of the Gods. Procession and distribution of this publication is prohibited and punishable by 4th Cultural Protection Act. There exists a connection between all of us that few are fully aware of. A song that all dance to, but few can hear. Hi, Wisteria 512. How are you doing today? This deep vibration of the cosmos cannot just be heard and felt. We all resonate in harmony with it. Okay, so this is the bioresonance. Those select few who can consciously perceive it often fear it. Too oppressive is the sound of the stars, too invasive the noise of the unaware around them, polluting the song with their fickle emotions. But every once in a while, some are born that can not only hear and play this music of the worlds, but who can conduct it. Gifted individuals are capable of manipulating the essence of the world around them. Many believe the Grand Empress is such a being. Her immense will bent humanity into the empire of fusion and lifted us to the stars. It was her power that imbued life into the first of the machine servants that now carry the weight of the empire on their carbon steel backs. Okay, what's in here? Doing well, how am I? I'm really enjoying the game. Like, oh, we got a cutscene maybe. Issa. Yeah, see, that's what I thought that person was. I couldn't find her. I've looked everywhere. But she's not here anymore. I can't go on. I'm sorry. But I'm enjoying the game. I'm just not particularly good at resource management when it comes to, like, how much ammo I should be using and what fights I should be running from. Oh, she's just, like, disintegrating. That's kind of what the Mina that we fought, the boss, forgive me, did. They like melted out of their face. Okay, so this should be, yeah, Issa Load and Erica. I think that's who she was looking for. Okay, pick up Death. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It can't carry auto injector. What do we got? Let's go ahead and use the patch. The auto injector is far more worth it. Okay, so this is how that door is going to unlock from the other side. Okay, so I think that's all we were supposed to acquire in here was that card. I'm not seeing anything else. Can we get to this? Yeah, we can't. Like, we can see the box on the counter, but it doesn't look like we interact with it. So yeah, it looks like Death is the only thing we were supposed to get in here, which means we are missing one card, which we're pretty sure will be in the safe. Go ahead and dodge you. Okay, so we need to take a look at our map. Okay, so we've completed this floor. There's literally nothing left on this floor for us to do other than the moon's mural, obviously. So there's that. What about the floor above? Okay, so we went into the dentist room, we grabbed the stuff. That's where we got the red disc for the password. So that room's done. We need to open this door here as a shortcut. We have the butterflies puzzle. There's like a box. And and we have the tarot table, but we're still missing one tarot card, which I'm going to guess is in this box. In the basement or the metro station, we are clear. So yeah, we just have to solve the butterfly puzzle. But that is all that's on our radar. Yes, I know. Okay, so let's put some stuff away. Put the death card away. Let's grab the shotgun. Okay, actually, no, the shotgun has 4 rounds in it. Okay, so that's fine. Let's put that away. We'll keep the revolver in an auto injector and the flashlight. So let's save. But yeah, I am really enjoying this game. I think it's really well done. Like I said, the part I'm struggling with is like which fights I should take, which fights I should go around. Obviously the boss fights you don't have any choice, but for some of these like other fights, because I didn't know if they were gonna give us enough ammo to fight everybody, or let's just go ahead and download all of these. Or if they were just going to give us enough to like deter people, and then they come back if you don't burn their bodies. So it's just that's really the only place. Ow, I'm getting stuck. I should probably shoot her again. Okay. Probably need to take her out because she's near an important thing. So, okay, where are we going? If we take the ladder, that's going to the tarot, which we don't have. So we need to go through the apartment, the alley in the apartment, I think. So, on second playthrough, things flow a lot easier. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. Wait, you can't go this way anymore? We can't go that way anymore. Interesting. So we cannot go this way. So we have to go the long way. Well, that really sucks. Okay. Also explains why that enemy stood back up. Wait, we can't go that way. We can't go up? Oh no, here it is. Sorry, I was like, wait, what? No, the ladder room's here. I forgot that the puzzle was there through there. I always get those doors mixed up because this ladder comes in. Nope. Where's that? Comes in from the side, so I always assume it's the side room, but it's the upper. So we can go up. Okay. So we need to go. What is our quickest route? So last door, straight across. Okay, maybe not. Okay, all of our entrances to this puzzle are blocked. Except maybe... Yeah, no. All of the entrances to this last puzzle are blocked. I don't... I don't know what the game expects us to do. Yeah, so we're trying to get to, because we can't get to these stairs because this is blocked by a blob. There, unless we can climb up the garbage chute, which I don't think we can, we have to get up to the butterfly box. But we can't go through here, because that's blocked. And we can't go through here, because that's blocked. So this last puzzle is just completely blocked. I guess we could try putting the tarot in there, but we might be soft locked? Is that possible? See, I don't think we can. Yeah, we can't climb back up the garbage chute. We can go down, which isn't what we want, I don't think. Hold on, we might have to go through the meat grinder. So that'll put us in the cooler. Oh, okay, I see. We have to go through the meat grinder. So we have to take a weird route. So we should be able to go through here, and then we can loop back around to the fire escape. What are you looking at here? Okay, we already got the card from there. Wait. I think I saw ammo on the table. Hold on. Is this ammo? It is. Okay, we'll need that. Anything else in here? No? Okay, so we can get there. We just have to go a weird roundabout way. So we have to go here, and then we should be able to take the fire escape back up. Let's see. Let's go ahead and store the ammo. And save. That's very strange. I'm wondering why they did that. Maybe they always block you out of whatever the last puzzle is. And assuming the information we got, that would be our last puzzle. Okay. So yeah, so now we're here. So we just need to go up another floor, and then we'll go through the apartment. Is it the first door or the second door? The first door, okay. Let's go through here. We'll take the stun rod just in case. And then now we're at the puzzle. Okay. So this is... Okay, we read that already. I'm not sure... Why is this inspectable? Peridola. Peridolia? Peridolia. Okay. And then we have this. We've tried star. What do we have? We have an O-L... Stun. F-A-R... Because it... Wait, it's Elster, right? Oh, that wouldn't fit. Okay. So we have... No, shush. We have a medical database here. Gabrielle. Okay. Rosina. Waltrid. Erica. Sold. I thought this might be important. This is Ariane's information. There's Lang. Can we make Lang? L E. There's no N. And there's no G, I don't think. Okay. So I'm gonna use good old-fashioned paper, as we do. And I'm going to write down what possible letters we have. So we have L, T, A, R, S. That should be the last one. No, E. Okay. So they have, so they're hexagons. So there's 6 possible. And then the second one we have E, O, U, R, S, T. Okay, the second to last one we have L, U, T, R, O, A. We have an F on this? We do. Leaf? No. Okay. Just thought I would try it. Okay, so we have F, A, R, lean. No. Okay. See, the thing is we don't know if this is a... Okay, and last one is E. We don't know, because the thing is this started out as this, right? It started out as Elster, which is us, right? So I don't know if it's going to be a word or if it's going to be one of the abbreviations. So let's see. What words can we make? There's turn. Nope. Okay, we need to find... Okay. I didn't even know the escape showed you this stuff. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. We need to go through our notes real quick. Wait, what? Did it have information on the side there? No. So let's see. Stop. Okay. This does not tell you... Yeah. See, let's see. If we're looking at area and stuff, I'm not seeing... I don't think we can do ROT. Yeah, we can't do rot. C, so that's not that. They're not at the rot front. We can't do Lang. Yingarn is too long. So I don't think it has anything to do with the medical files. I think these were strictly just so we could get the codes. Okay, this is us. Rule of 6, keep records. Wall safe codes, pistol. See, there's star, but we tried both star and ARAR, and neither one of those worked. We'll try them again just in case, but we tried both star and AR. So let's go S T A R, right? And then AR. See, neither one of those work. My thing is, I feel like it has something to do with this, right? Wait a second. Do they have letters on their wings? A E O S. The last one can't be S. What is this? Z? No. N, maybe. Aeon. Yep. That is a name we've heard. It might not be this. I might have... Nope, there it is. I was like, I know there's an important four-letter word that we know, but we've been given so much information that I just didn't register. And then I'm like, why does it want us to interact with the butterflies, right? Usually when a thing is marked on your map, see, this is marked butterflies, right? It's not marked safe, it's marked butterflies. So I was like, why do they let us see this? That's because if you look, you could see AEON. You can see it there. That one was good. That one, like, I think we would have eventually stumbled into it, but yeah, that was a good one. Okay, so we have all the cards now, so we should be able to just go out here. This is going to be blocked off, yeah? Yes. Okay, so now we need to use... No, not this. We need to use the garbage chute to get back down. You had zero idea the butterflies were anything? Yeah. Well, like I said, if the thing had said... if the thing here had said... safe... Like, because when you ever, like, you had the wall safe puzzle or anything like that, it denotes the type of puzzle it is, right? So, like, this one says tarot table, right? And then this one says scanner, right? So they tell you what the puzzle is or pertaining to. Backyard keypad, right? But the fact that this one said butterflies and not safe was kind of the hint that the butterflies were a part of it. I will say that was very subtle. That was very, very subtle. But I do like that. Okay, so now what is this? Dial ring? Interesting. Yeah, see, that's what I was looking for, is like the names of the Aeons. Large metal ring with cutouts in the front and the back. Okay. Not sure what that's for. Okay. Maybe we'll figure it out when we do the table. But yeah, I was like, I know there was... I knew there was an important name that we were missing, and I was just, Aeon was not coming to me, because again, we've just read so many notes, but the butterflies were a nice touch. What is this? Is this? Okay, it looks like someone tore a hole in the thing, but it's a chair. Okay, so, don't know what the dial ring is for, so we'll put that away. Let's put the stun baton away. Let's put the gun away. And put the auto injector away. So we won't be able to grab every card, but we'll be able to grab most of them. So this door. Just thought the butterflies were a fake out like the revolver in the X-ray machine. Yeah. Yeah. could definitely see that. So this should be the tarot room. Yes. Okay. So let's see. This book tells a stream diary. I dreamt I was an imperial farmer, so in the red deserts, lover. So that's our first thing. So this should be the one card that we didn't get. Okay. I was a worker in the mines of Lang when I consumed a shapeless mass of flesh, my flesh joining with many others, until only my bones remained. Okay, so Lang is death. Lang is death. Okay. We don't have lovers. Storm raged in the sky. I fell from a skyscraper on Venta and never reached the ocean below. I kept falling when suddenly lightning struck a building and I woke up. So do we have tower? We do have tower. Okay, so which one was that? It was Venta, right? Yeah, Venta is tower. Thankfully, I know a little bit about tarot, so I know what kind of cards. Tower is funny. A lot of people, they think death is like the worst tarot card. Tower actually is more likely to be a bad tarot card than death is. Because death can also mean that it's the, you know, you're replacing something, right? In tarot, it's the idea that, like, in order to grow, that old, like, those old habits have to die, right? So death is not always a negative card, like everybody assumes, but tower usually has more negative connotations in some tarot. Okay. We don't have lovers. Floating in the sunless sea below the ice, large creature in the darkness below me at the moon's dark core. So that's moon. Was it Rotfront that's the ice? Yeah, Rotfront's ice, so that's moon. Death can also be mercy, yeah. So moon. It's also up to the interpreter of the cards. Some people try to put positive spins on all readings that they do. There's a lot of like media popularization of tarot and how it's like, oh my god, you got this card and this card, that means the world's gonna end, because they, you know, that gets people all hyped up. Okay, burning eye in the sky, that's sun. So that's sun and bouillon. Sun and bouillon, which means that obviously Heimat is star, which we've already seen that iconography before. Literally that star. That star has always been a representation of Heimat. So, but we'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's gonna say. Oh, it's not even, no, it doesn't even tell you. Like, it knows you should assume. Isn't there reverse tarot? Yeah, whenever you deal, I actually have a tarot set on me. It's gonna be part of our incentives for the charity drive we're doing. But yeah, when you get a card, these are Diablo themed, but whenever you get a card, you can get it like this, or you can get it like this when it's dealt. This is called in reverse, so usually it means like an opposing ideal. So if it was meant to represent like abundance, it may be like, oh, you might be losing money sometime soon, that kind of thing. Again, it's largely up to the interpretation of the tarot practitioner. But yeah, this is what I'm. It's a Diablo themed tarot set. I have like 3 or 4 tarot sets. Honestly, I don't practice tarot. I just love the art. So that might be sacrilege, and I do apologize for people that are like tarot practitioners. But like, I just really love the art of a lot of the tarot cards and a lot of tarot sets. So that's what I collect them for, is because they look cool. Which I know, again, that can be a little. So we need to get the lovers card. Okay, and since we're getting the lovers card, let's go ahead and grab the shotgun. I know we have shotgun ammo. Okay, so we need to take 1 bullet. Lovers card. Don't know what the dial ring is for just yet. But yeah, it's largely up to the interpretation. There's a lot of generalizations that come from tarot. That's what makes them so accommodating to large groups of people, is because, you know, I might get the Lover's card, but then you might get the Lover's card. Yeah, we have 8 grenade shells. I'm saving those because if there's like a final boss, we're just going to unload grenade shells into their face. Okay, this door. Yeah. Like I said, I'm trying to conserve resources, probably too much, but all right, and that's Lovers. Okay. I was wondering, I was like, okay, so this is going to tell us the moon cycles. Okay, so we're actually going to simplify this. Instead of having to memorize that, we're just going to use something they put in the game. By the way, I think there's one thing they put in the game that is something that every survival game from this point forward should pay attention to. It's very simple. It's a very simple item, but it is, just for the sheer amount of puzzles that these games tend to have, it is paramount that this item kind of exists. It's the photo eye. The photo eye is just amazing. So let's go ahead and save, because we're very quickly, I think, coming up to the end here. At least the end of this area. You left the photo eye in your first playthrough? That's fair. Like, it's not a requirement. You can obviously, like, take a picture with your phone. You could take a screenshot. Like, there's ways of doing this kind of stuff. But if I feel like if the developers put something in there for me to use, I'm going to use it. So, like, in this case, I need to equip this, hit C, hit capture photo. So now if I go view photos, I can see them. Now, something that we need to do is this. Unfortunately, this doesn't tell us where they are. So what we can do is we could turn this back off and then hit C and capture that photo, right? So now we have the names and the moons, right? So now we don't have to memorize it. So, let's see. But I think that is just, it's a simple addition. If it was a permanent upgrade, instead of having taken inventory, I would have used it more. Well, I will say, we can actually go through the pictures real quick. I didn't use it a whole lot, right? I used it for this puzzle because it's just easier that way. I obviously used it for this puzzle because I think this is where they intend to use it the first time. That was just an accident. I can't actually delete the photos. They delete themselves. And then I realized I took this thing upside down. So if you look, you see that little black tab? It's meant to be at the bottom. I took that upside down, so I had to go back and take the picture. So I've only used it on 3 puzzles. One was the intended puzzle, one was this puzzle, and then the one we just did. So it's not like, again, it's not like it's required, but same with the flashlight. Yeah, see, the problem I have with this is the way it's described. It says a shoulder-mounted flashlight module, powered by internal replica power supply when it's installed. So that means if I use this, it just should be a part of me, right? I should just have a flashlight on me now. But I don't. Which is very strange. We're gonna go ahead and... Well, no, we need this equipped, so... I agree about the flashlight, or like attach it to a gun or something, you know. But yeah, I do agree about the flashlight. Like I said, the photo eye, it has some use cases, but it's not like a requirement. So that one I'm okay with. But okay, no, we're good. We need to equip our shotgun. I was like, we're running around with no weapon in our hands. All right, so let's save. Okay, and now we have the moons, so we should be able to solve this puzzle now. Okay, So let's see. Okay, so this is Bouillon. So if we're looking at Bouillon is top left, it's full moon. Okay, we already had that. I guess I accidentally clicked that at some point, or I purposely clicked it. Next one is Vin, which is top right. Okay, so it's little. So it should be, no, this way. Should be that. Okay. So let's look at Kite. Kite is bottom left, which is that. That should be good, I think. Yeah, it has to be that. So, okay, Rot Front. Oh, this is where the dial ring goes. Okay. I was like, I know it goes with this puzzle, but I thought they all had rings. They don't. They don't. The eye makes even more sense since it sits in your eye socket and not in your pockets. Yeah. Yeah, I think those as upgrades probably would have been a little bit of a smarter choice, but I kind of understand too, because the whole idea with survival horror and like part of that experience is inventory management. It's basically been a part of the genre since inception almost. So like I get it, but it's also 2023, and I don't think we should hold to old design philosophies necessarily, right? Like, this is a futuristic world. We have had 2 rolls of duct tape, and you're telling me you can't duct tape a flashlight to a shotgun, right? Like, or to a pistol or something. Okay, so use. Yes. Okay, so there we go. So now Rot Front is bottom. Okay, so that's completely eclipsed. Okay, so that's completely eclipsed. So that would be that one. Wait. Maybe not? Hold on. Because that means that and Bouillon are the same. No, okay, so I got Bouillon wrong. Bouillon's wrong. Bouillon. Okay, yeah, okay, I get it. The yellow is the sun, or the reflection, technically, of the sun on the moon, and then this is the curve. So this is what we're looking for. Bouillon doesn't have any block whatsoever. Heimat. Heimat should be the top one, which is a little bit on the left side. A little bit on the left side. Okay, so Heimat and Vinta should be the same, is what I'm getting. Yes, Heimat and Vinta are the same. Okay. And then Lang is the bottom one, which is almost completely blocked from the left. There we go. Well, that's not normal. Do I not have a choice? I can do nothing else. I cannot leave this puzzle. So I have to go in here. Okay, we have the book interaction. Computer is blank. Imperial Serials. Textbooks on radio operation. Textbooks on radio, okay. Oh, we can look around, okay. Black and white pictures of paintings. Black and white pictures of paintings. National flag. It's meaningless. Okay. Locked, requires a key. Okay. Door won't open yet. Light switch. I don't need to turn off the light. Old wooden wardrobe. Okay. So we don't have any keys, so we can't interact with that. We can't interact with the computer, so the only thing we have interactable-wise is this book. So, the last seal has been broken. It's time to go home. Pick up the king in yellow? Sure. Okay, and I guess we go this way. Alright. Two repairs. Okay, they're definitely setting us up for a boss fight. Workforce assignment for Ariane. Form the compulsory military service period was recently completed. According to the files, you previously graduated from Mendelbrot Polytechnical High School in Rotfront Sector. You have recently submitted an application for military service assignment. You have processed by Aeon workforce assignment, previous work experience, store clerk, compulsory military service, long-range radio operations officer. You should not be accepted by military service. Wait, should you not be accepted by military service program by the end of the season or find other employment, you'll be assigned to the following workplaces. Sarapinski, yep. In Lang. Okay, this is a lot of pistol ammo. Letter from Mother. My dear Ariane, I'm so glad to hear you're feeling better again. I was very worried when I heard from your aunt that you were in hospital again. I remember how you used to get sick so much as a child. Please don't overexert yourself. The photo you sent me is very interesting. What a strange coincidence. She looks so much like you. You could be twins. Perhaps she's related to us somehow, although I don't know anyone named Seo in our family. Okay, so this is the Alina Ariana thing. From the looks of it, it was shot in Venta. You know, this just, if I remember correctly, they said it was icy in Venta. It literally sounds like I have a German accent saying winter. Venta? I think that makes sense now. Anyways, your military service will begin soon, so you might be wearing uniform like her soon enough. Please send me a photo when that happens. Okay, so we have that door, obviously. We have our save. Do we have any more? You have a poster of that flag? That's kind of cool. What is this? Did we read this? Auntie's notes. Vinetta? Is that Vinetta? Okay. I don't know. No one actually pronounces it in the game, so... I left some yesterday's dinner in the fridge for you. You can warm it up and get back to school. Please pick up the books your uncle ordered from the Etau. Okay, we know about Etau. On your way home, leave some space in your school bag for them this time. So, okay. Is that a hint that we should leave a space open? Interesting. Okay, so... We're gonna have to get locked and loaded here. Let's go rifle. Let's put the pistol ammo away. Let's go Nitro Express ammo. Let's go grenade shells, and then let's go flare. Okay, so we have one space open, just in case we need to pick something up, like that note in red indicated. We got our healing stuff. I don't know if there's a boss. Actually, it's probably better that we take the full heals, because we can equip these, and if something happens and we die, it will automatically use that instead. Okay. So we're going to combine this. Okay, so now we have that. So let's equip to that. And then off we go. Where does it say we are? I want to check this. They did the thing that the other horror games do, where this thing tells you where you are, but sometimes it's like end. It's just called end. Home. You pick up on things super fast? What do you mean? You talking about like the note? Because it literally is like highlighted in red. It says, leave some space in your school bag in red, which usually, I guess it's kind of orange, but usually is an indicator that you need that. This is the end. You've watched a lot of people miss stuff like that and worse. Oh, okay. Leave forever. No. Wait, what? I guess that's our only choice. Completely missed the revolver? Okay, I guess we leave. Okay. Oh, we got a note. Adler's note. Oh yeah, we still haven't dealt with Adler. He's probably the final boss. All efforts to contain this illness have been in vain. All Gestalt workers have succumbed to it, leaving only dark shadows on the walls and floors where they died. And soon, all of us replica will have lost our senses and turned into writhing masses of flesh. I now believe it was not an infectious disease nor some form of poison or radiation. It was a slow corruption of reality itself. As I have relived the same cycle over and over, each time details change, things are twisted, added, removed. How long until it all turns to nothing but noise? Now, what's interesting is we have seen these burn marks on the wall, in the bathtub. Like, we've seen those burn marks. What's interesting about that is I don't know if they're drawing an allusion to it. I would assume they would be, given how militarized everything is. There's a place in Japan where one of the nukes fell, and burned into the concrete are shadows that used to be people, essentially. But they were so close to the blast that it basically vaporized them, and they're burned into the ground, right? So, like, that idea that, like, a shadow left behind of a person, obviously it's also an analogy of, like, a life left behind kind of thing, but it's interesting. A red dream. A crashed ship, a strange gate, a hole in the ground. That's how we started the game. An island beyond reach, memories from other lives, dreams of suffering and loneliness, a promise, a search for someone lost. Okay, so this is like, if they were to do a synopsis of what we've interacted with, this is kind of it. We went to an island, that's where we followed the notes. Memories from other lives, we know that because we've seen Adler kind of going crazy with, I'm writing the same date over and over again. Dreams of suffering and loneliness. A promise, we know there's a promise between our character and Ariane. We don't know what the promise is, but we do know there is a promise, and a search for someone lost, right? I saw her in the red emptiness waiting for me. We had made a promise. As the memories of a stranger rushed into my mind, I felt the borders of myself blur. I can no longer tell where Falk ends and Elster begins. Okay. Stop. You must turn back. There's nothing for you there. You've tried so many times and you failed every time. Don't you see that you're ruining everything? This is your final warning, Adler. Okay, and this is Falk's memory. We were dancing to that song they start the broadcast with. We fell asleep watching that movie we had seen before so many times. We played through this scene. If only I could take us back to that time when we were happy. These memories are mine now. Yeah, we played that scene. Okay, and we saw this person. Why did you return? There's nothing for you here. She'll never dance with us again. No matter what we do. She doesn't even want us anymore. Falk. Okay. Both of us, we are incomplete. Let us become whole again. That doesn't sound like a good time for me, so I'm gonna, like, not. How about that? You gonna come down here? Okay. Okay, we are pretty low health. Let's go ahead and use one of these. Reload that. Okay, there's the spear. I was like, I think we need more spears, friend. Okay, reload. Okay, give me the spear. Give me the spear. Okay. And this is exactly why I took, do we have any more ammo of that? We don't. Okay. But this then. Oh, she's got shield now. Okay. That's the sound that we need to use one of these. Reload. Oh, she's already down. Okay. What ammo do you have here? I can't... It's not letting me pick up ammo. Oh, grenade shells. Perfect. Ow. Would you chill out real quick? Okay, we need to use some healing items. Okay, so let's go ahead and use this. Use this. We need to reload you. We need to reload you. Okay, so this is the... Jesus. This is the bioresonance that we're seeing. That little... Ow. How dare you? Okay, I missed that. Okay, so let's... Oh, nope, she's down. Okay, so let's use this. Equip this. What a boss fight. I can't see. I literally cannot use my eyes right now. There we go. Okay, that's not what I was hoping for. Reload. You know what? The problem is we need her to drop another spear. Do we have any more of this? We don't. Okay, reload that. Equip that. Can you give us another spear, please? There we go. Reload. Give us the spear, thank you. And sniper training. Okay. You're gonna have to chill out with the... Okay, there she goes, and then we run in there and stab her. There we go. Woo! I've played Silent Hill 4. I know how that works. Violent scene missing. Alright. And here is our ending. Now we are one. I've been waiting for this for a long time. This is space intentionally left blank. Once again, you've returned. Are you really willing to go through with this once more? You've seen what happens. This world cannot take much more. This may be our last chance. If you go back, it'll all fall apart. I can't let that happen. You selfish monster. Okay. Now we got stabbed in the eye. You'll destroy everything. Yeah, Adler just got shot. He's like, gotcha, and you're like, pah! No, you didn't. All right. So we're going back to the ship. Last time we did this, our arm fell off, and then we like stole someone else's arm, came back, opened the ship, and then we had the whole scene with them. So okay, one of them's already open, so that's good. Okay, it's open. We heard the hiss sound. Okay. Okay, so we're in. Penrose briefing. Okay, we've done that. Can't go that way. When I signed up for this mission, I just wanted to get away from everything. I was sick of rot front, of school, of the photo store. Sick of... Before going into... There's one last secret room in the... Right, okay. Sick of fake smiles and whispering behind people's back. When I saw the photo of that soldier, I wondered who she was. Was she happy? Was her family proud of her? Did her comrades love her? Since we looked alike, could I have been like her? But in the end, I just wanted to leave. Nothing I had done or made ever meant anything to anyone, so why bother? Here, I'm finally free. I get to be by myself and to do what I want. I can finally be happy. Okay, there's a door over here. Talk some more with the Elster unit. She's different from the replicas I knew back home. Nothing like my teachers or the blockwork protector. I know she didn't have a choice, but it feels like she's also here because she didn't fit in. It's like we've run away from the world together. At first I didn't like having... Sorry, I jumped in there. Oh, it's down there. Okay. Didn't like having someone around, but I was glad that she's quiet and didn't approach me. But lately I've missed having someone I can talk to. It's been so long since I've last seen another person. Never thought I'd miss it, except her. Everything is the same in here, always. Nothing ever changes. 3,000 cycles. Okay, so this is the next step. With the end of the year operational lifetime, your replica unit approaching. Okay, so we're about at decommission phase. If you've not found a suitable world for landing at this point, accept that you will not. Find solace in the thought that others may be successful where you failed. As you are probably aware, your ship's spare parts and rations will soon be depleted. Life support systems and reactor shielding will soon begin to fail, and radiation may leak from the cooling system. I recommend you do not attempt to prolong your suffering by reusing old filters or rationing supplies. Instead, make peace with your fate. We suggest that you ask your replica, while it is still functional, to spare you a slow, agonizing death, or that you take permanent rest in a cryogenic pod. Remember, you will die having served your nation, partaking in the glorious demonstration of our power. End of transmission message. So it was a death mission. From the start of it, it was basically a death mission. If she did not find a suitable planet, she was going to die. Which, that note may have just told us what the promise was. Our promise was to kill her. I had a strange dream listening to the radio with my mother. Like back then, the numbers were on. My mother was taking notes from her book in her lap. It was that book I saw the shop window of the bookstore where the twins lived. The one with the yellow hooded figure. Sorry for the noise. When I went there to buy it, it was gone. Okay, yellow hooded figure. This is the Yellow King story. Erica, the protectors, had confiscated it. Or was it Issa? I can't remember. Everything is always the same. I feel like I'm trapped inside the ship. I know every bolt on every panel in every room. I've seen everything. I've done everything there is to do here. I can't concentrate on anything. It's like there's a fog inside my head. And whenever I try to do anything, I can't focus. I want to go outside. I want to breathe fresh air. I want to feel the wind on my face and hair. I think I lost more hair. Sitting here, getting older. Every time I wake up, I feel older, weaker, sicker. I get out of breath so easily lately. My back hurts when I sit down. How much longer will this go on? It feels like I'm slowly dying. Okay, can't go that way. We got this way. Okay. It looks like it's an us. There's an us right there. Interesting. This part gets you every time. I'm tired of it all. Every time I go to sleep, I wonder if I'll wake up again. I'm scared that it'll be the last time I say goodnight to her. Did I say it right? Will she be okay? What if one of us just won't wake up tomorrow? I don't want to die. I don't want to live anymore either. Everything is just so exhausting. I just want to lie down and disappear. I just want to sleep. Please just let me sleep. Please, just make it stop. Please. He said interact with it? I couldn't keep my promise. Despite my best effort, I eventually fell ill too. It had to end this way. Okay. It's time. This is all that's left. Go home. So, interesting. So I guess maybe the reason... Wake up. The reason why she has white hair is because she was literally just getting older. And because we're a replica, we don't get older. We just stop working. Okay, she's alive. I've come back for you. It's me, Elster. Elster? I'm sorry, but I don't remember. It's okay. She has a condition that makes her hair turn white super early? Oh, okay, that makes sense. We did hear about some medical issues. Perhaps this is hell. Please, just let me stay by your side a little longer. And that's it. Okay. So we know there's multiple endings to the game. I'm gonna guess one's probably you keep your promise and you kill her and then you die. We have one where we just lay there and die. I'm very curious what other ones there might be, but interesting. So yeah, so it's kind of like a dark love story essentially. That's It's the idea of literally going to the ends of the earth. That kind of thing has been done for the idea that, like, you know, if I had another chance, I would do it again. I would do it again. I would do it again. Like, I think the idea is that our character Elster is trying to change the ending, essentially, right? But every time they go through it, much like the copying of a memory, it gets kind of diluted each time, right? Obviously, there's something with that safe that had the 3 locks on it. I'm assuming there's probably an ending tied to that. Hopefully this music isn't copyrighted. That would be very unfortunate. Can we skip this? No, we can't skip this at all. I'm gonna go ahead and just for safety's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and mute the audio, just in case it is copyrighted, because I do want to put this playthrough on YouTube, and I don't want YouTube to scream at me. So, yeah, I think it definitely incentivizes more playthroughs. I don't know if this does the thing that a lot of survival horror games do, where in like New Game Plus, if you do the game again, you get access to like special weapons or special armor or whatever. Because like in Silent Hill, I think it's like 3, maybe it's 2. One of them you get like access to like a machine gun. You get like the MP5. There's one where you can get like a samurai sword if you play through again, or if you do certain things. So I'm very interested if that's kind of something that happens with this one as well, that you get access to some like cool stuff. Yeah, like I think, I'm trying to think if I really had any complaints with the game. No, I think I will say I think this is probably one of the harder. This is probably one of the harder survival horror games when it comes to like resource management, because I've played through all the Silent Hill games, and I never really felt in those games that I was kind of like out of options. But this game doesn't have melee weapons, right? At least not that we found. So without a melee weapon, you can just not be able to attack, right? So I think, but the thing is I also feel like if they added a melee weapon to this game is not built, I think, around the idea of you having a melee weapon, because they want you to dwindle your resources, right? That's part of the survival horror experience. The inventory management was expected. I don't think it was egregious or anything like that. Yeah, I really just don't have any complaints about the game, to be honest. I think it's a very well put together game. The story was great. The characters were great. The design was really, really good. I liked the kind of... It definitely took some major inspiration of like cyberpunk horror. The idea that like flesh and metal together. That's actually kind of part of the story as well. Part of the story as well. Okay, so we can see their total game time, 9 hours, 17 minutes. Active play time is 8 hours, 30 minutes. Time saved, 68. Yeah, I saved way too much. Times loaded, 6. Times died, 5. Okay, so we didn't die as much as I thought we did. Well, I was pretty good about getting around stuff. Average time between saves, about 8 minutes. Okay. Damage taken, quite a bit. Total healing, quite a bit. Death cheated twice. I don't know how we cheated death twice. That's interesting. Enemies killed 111, shots fired 314. And we got the memory ending. So there you go. I'm gonna bring the audio back for both of us. Let me just put this back on. Oop. There we go. So there you go. There's the results screen. we got ending memory. And according to Wisteria, there are 4 endings: leave, memory, promise, artifact. Any questions about the story? No, I think the story pretty much it told the story really well. If you read the stuff and you pay attention to like what's being presented to you and why, I think it does a really good job of explaining everything. But obviously there's more to find in the game. So if people ask, I would recommend this game. Let's see. On the store, let's see. Let's see. This game is $20. So if a playthrough takes you 9 hours, let's say, that's pretty solid. Plus, again, there's multiple endings, so you could potentially have multiple playthroughs. So you could get many hours out of this game. You could actually play it a lot cleaner than I could. You could kill less things. You could kill more things. You could take less damage, more damage, all that stuff. Obviously, there's other endings. Well, then let me ask, what do you think happens? That's kind of a broad question, right? Like what happens? There's a lot of things that happen. But yeah, so I think I would recommend this game to people, especially if you're a horror fan, if you're a survival horror fan. I think this is a really good step forward. Like it didn't really like do anything like dramatically new to the series, but it kept all of the pieces of a survival horror game and did them all very well. But I mean, we'll talk about it the same way that we talked about Cry of Fear, which we did on last Sunday. So from a story standpoint, it's great. Like I think the characters all make sense. You get to know all the characters in either through notes or through their dialogue. The story of our character going to find their it seems like they fell in love, which is very interesting because a lot of games, or at least media in general, usually when there's a robot person, they try to take the emotion out of them, but that's immediately cut off at the knees at the very beginning of the game. It is very obvious that our character, Elster, is longing for, which they thought it was Alina at the time, but it turns out to be Ariane. I think that, yeah. But anyways, so like they immediately just like, no, your character has emotions. They're looking for someone important to them. Obviously, you don't find out till later why they're important to them. You do get multiple scenes of kind of that struggle, and I think there's a lot of, obviously with the way the game can end, like there's a lot of struggle with doing what has to be done or should be done or needs to be done, depending on how you look at it. Because in our ending we didn't, right? Our ending, we technically didn't do what we promised to do. Because when we read the note, they said that the best thing to do is have your replica kill you and then them to basically decommission themselves to kind of just die off anyways. And we didn't keep that promise. We just laid there with her. Now, effectively, we'll die and she'll die, but it's going to be slow and painful for her versus us killing her, which would be less slow and painful. So again, the story, as long as you're reading the notes and taking in the information, I think the story is very well presented. I do like that Elster is not... She's very close to a silent protagonist, and I think that makes the love story a little bit more interesting, because it's just one of those falling in love with the person, not the lies they tell you kind of thing. But like there was definitely some like obsession discussion in there with Adler and Falk. There's, you know, discussions of like self-hatred. Like there's a lot of topics that this game touches through its story. And it was funny is Issa in her ending scene is somewhat of a mirror to the one of like kind of a potential ending for Elster, right? In Issa's end of Issa's story, where we got the death card, she never found her, right? She never found whoever she was looking for. But with Elster, like, I think we always end up finding Ariane, but what happens after that is what changes, right? And there's a little bit of a Issa's on the same journey that we are. We run parallel to each other until she finally stops, right? Because she dies. Which is interesting to have another character kind of running parallel to you story-wise, because then, you know, and the thing is with Issa, it's kind of heartbreaking because like she represents a potential ending for you. Now, of course, if you know the endings, that might not be the case, but they're like the way she dies, it represents oh, this could happen to you. You could keep searching for the rest of your life until you just, you know, disassemble or whatever and never find who you're looking for. So it's interesting that they give you that like near the end to kind of be like, oh, by the way, we didn't promise we were going to give you, you know, a satisfactory ending to this story. So that was very interesting that they did that with that character. I was surprised we didn't really do much with Adler. I figure Adler was going to be the last boss. Obviously, the Falk thing makes more sense from a story standpoint, but the fact that Adler just like stabs us and then we shoot him is kind of, I don't know. That part was like okay. Obviously, he has to do something to wound us, because him wounding us is our representation at the end of us falling apart, you know, moving into being unable to be a functioning replica. So, like, I get why that scene exists. It's just I figured we would have fought Adler at some point, but he is also a precursor, I feel, to the continuation of the cycle. He's basically the representation of, no matter how hard you try, you can't save her, right? Like, and that's what he's getting across through his journal, through his speech, through all of that. He's constantly being like, you can't change it, you know, blah 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 blah. You know, it's very interesting. The boss fights, with exception of Falk at the end there, the boss fights didn't really grab the story very much. Like, I was looking at, like, how were the bosses presented? Why were they shaped like that? Because a lot of times when you do survival horror games, sometimes the bosses, especially like Silent Hill, the bosses are some representation of something. The only boss that made some kind of sense is the one that Issa helped us with, where it was like two things tied together. They were like in a cage together, right? So it was one of those that, like, those were both a representation, I think, of Issa's story, but as well as your story. But like the miner at the beginning was just someone. And then I'm trying to think, was it just the 3 boss fights? I feel like there was one more boss fight. But anyways, so those didn't have like a lot of like story connections from their design and stuff, but overall, yeah, I think the story is good. I think the canon ending is probably the one where you keep your promise, if I had to take a guess. But arguably, the game sets up that there are cycles, right? So any of them can technically be a canon ending, but I think the thing that actually like reaches an end would be that one, the one where you finally you kill her and then you fall apart yourself, right? I don't know what calculations go into getting which ending. I'm sure it has to be with, like, because the old like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, I think Silent Hill did it more than Resident Evil, but they had like, how many people did you kill, how much damage did you take, how many, like, how long did you take, like, all of this stuff plays a part in what ending you get. So I'm sure that it's probably similar for this. But yeah, like, I don't think as of right now I would do another playthrough for another ending, but it's definitely one of those games that I could see myself maybe going back and trying to find some of the stuff we missed. Obviously you have that safe that needs keys, and then there's other endings. So, but overall, story wise, I think it's great. I think it told a cohesive story, start to finish. There was no real slowdowns. There was no real, like, but what about this though? And what about this though? Like, it did a really good job of tying everything together. It was a very tight knit thing. Hydrate. Thank you. It was a very tight knit thing, story wise. So, talking about mechanics next. It's very survival horror. Mechanically speaking, it's very survival horror. Resource management, inventory management, healing management, that's all here. Everything that you would expect from a survival horror game is in this game. Just 100%, no questions asked, which I think is fine. I think this is a good example of why survival horror still works. Even though we live in an era where almost every game has unlimited inventory, because part of the thing with survival horror is inventory management as a puzzle, right? It's like, okay, so I have a storage on floor 1, and then I have to use the crank on floor 3, right? How do I get from here to here in the most efficient way possible without spending resources, right? And that in and of itself is a puzzle, right? That's why that's in these games, is so that you're like, okay, so how do I take use as much, or use as little effort as I can to get as much out of the thing, right? You can't just go into every room and just go blah, 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 and just like mow down the room and then run over, grab all the things, and mow down the next room and run over and grab all the things. I think mechanically speaking, the save points were well placed. The storage boxes were well placed. Overall, like, mechanically speaking, this was very solid. I will say, this game might be better with a controller. We played it with mouse and keyboard, but this game might be better with controller, if I'm honest. I'd have to give that a go. I would recommend maybe try it out if you end up playing the game. Try out the controller and see if it works better, because there was some awkwardness of getting to, like, the map and stuff, because basically I had to hit tab to open the inventory, then I had to hit S to go down to the map, and then I had to hit F so I could look around the map, right? But I think, like, if there's, like, buttons and joysticks and stuff, I think that would probably make it easier to kind of get through the menuing and stuff. So mechanically speaking, I will say the menus are a little difficult on PC, on mouse and keyboard, but that might be just one of those controller recommended things. I don't think they were impossible to do. Once you kind of figured out how to do it, it was pretty easy to get through, but at first it was a little obtuse. Let's see. Mechanically, the boss fights, they were very legible boss fights. And if you don't know what I mean by legible, basically, whenever you're in a fight, in a game, if it's very obvious that they're going to do this move and then this move, and you're able to do this thing and this thing, like, that's what I mean by legible. So, like, the first boss fight, it was very obvious that the only time we were going to be able to hurt the miner is when they were on their knees with their face open. Right? It both showed us that in a cutscene and showed us that literally in the fight. You would see like the little spreading of the virus, I guess, the little strands of flesh that would come off, denoting, bam, this is when you're supposed to do it. The fight with the two people together in a cage, it was very obvious that we were waiting for Issa to help us, right? Because she was constantly like tapping the ground. You could see her physically leaning down looking for the rifle, right? So it was definitely one of those like where we knew that. Now, the way we did it is we just unloaded in the boss. I'm not sure if that boss is one of those after a certain damage she fires the rifle, or if it's a certain time thing. That would be something you would have to test. Because if it's something timed, you could literally just kind of keep the boss away from you and her until she grabbed the rifle, run over to her and have her shoot it, right? But again, very legible fight there. And the Folk fight, I made the joke at when we did the fight, at the end of the fight. I'll make the joke again. I've played Silent Hill 4. I know how that works. And for those of you that have not played Silent Hill 4, minor spoilers for a game that's, I don't know, 20 years old at this point. How old is Silent Hill 4? Silent Hill 4. The Room. When did this come out? 2004. Yeah, it's almost 20 years old. So if you want to feel old, there you go. But yeah, in Silent Hill 4, there's a boss that basically there are 1, 2, 3. There's like 6 or 8 tombstones around a boss. And you have to pull a spear out of a tombstone, run over to one half of the boss fight, and stab it into the boss. And then you rinse and repeat that. So when I saw them drop spears and it was interactable, I'm like, I got you. Like, them highlighting it's interactable is very helpful to making that fight legible. Thankfully, from experience, I kind of knew what to expect. I would say, I think that fight is the most likely to upset players. And I will say that for one reason only. They don't read the note, right? If they don't read the note telling them to leave an inventory slot open, or they just disregard the advice, then one, that's not a failing on the developer. They left a note there. They highlight it saying, leave a spot open. Like they couldn't do any more than just putting a thing on the door saying, make sure you have an open inventory spot. Like, that's the thing. It's like they couldn't do any more without just stapling it onto the player's face, right? But I guarantee there are people that have walked into that last boss fight, started shooting that boss, expecting them to die, and then just ran out of resources and then just got really upset, right? Because up to that point, no other boss had a mechanic with an interactable, right? So I could definitely see people getting upset at that boss fight, which I will argue is more on the onus of the player because the information is readily available. But I could see where people could miss the notes, you know. But again, the thing is, though, is I feel like if you're playing a survival horror game where the story is not just very obvious, like, the notes are important. In fact, you can't solve puzzles in the games without the notes, right? So it's one of those that I really think if you've been playing the game as intended, you would know I should probably read these notes, right? So mechanically speaking, I think that final boss fight was great, right? I think it tests your mechanical skill in like how you can move and how you can dodge, and you know, how well are you at excuse me. Take more to drink. How good are you at like timing your shots and stuff like that? How well are you at avoiding enemies? And they give you resources throughout the fight too. It's not like one of those like, well, you're out of ammo, so I guess game over. Like they take you into worlds that have healing items, that have ammo and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that was solid mechanical wise. The game, like I said, I really do not have any complaints with this game. I think it was a great experience. I think it's both a nice homage to kind of the heyday of survival horror while also being completely its own thing. And I love Cyberpunk. It does Cyberpunk very well. It's interesting because it's almost like it's like a war Cyberpunk thing, which is not something that gets explored very often. It does get a little bit, but not very often. And that's kind of interesting to see them kind of bring those two together. But again, to kind of summarize everything, I like the story. I like the mechanics. I got a little upset about resource management in there, but that's just because I wasn't sure. And as you can see at the end, I had too many resources. Like, I just had a bunch of healing and a bunch of ammo and stuff like that. So I was probably playing a little bit too safe. But again, when you're first playing these games, it's a little bit unsure. So resource management is always kind of a problem for me just in general. But that's something that we were able to kind of overcome. But yeah, no real problems with the mechanics, no real problems with the story. I think it's worth a playthrough. $20 is more than a fair price for this. So highly recommend, but I will say if you're not a fan of survival horror and the kind of the general gameplay flow of them, this might be a hard sell because this game does take every feature that makes a survival horror game and put it in there. So there you go. That's my recommendation.